So string slicing is a way of manipulating strings using the index or using iterables. So the first thing that we need to remember here is that since a string is a collection, I can iterate on it using a for loop. So I can say for str letter in str text, and it will go through each letter of the string, put it here, and it will say, is it an alphabet letter or is it a space? And if so, print it. So I can take something that looks like this with a bunch of garbage in it, and I can clean it out so that it just says the words. So let's copy that, paste it, and do my indentations here. So now it's going to take this text, this string with the words Bakersfield College in here, and it's going to go letter by letter. Each character, not letter necessarily, but each character, it's going to say, is it an alphabet character or is it a space? If it is, then it's going to print it. If it's not an alphabet character or a space, then it's going to just ignore it. So when I run this, I get an error, which is not good. Let's see. Is alpha is all lowercase. That's why. Okay, there we go. I didn't catch that, but now we should be good. Okay, so there is Bakersfield College. Now, it prints them out, so it's just going one per line. But if I wanted to, I could have them print all on one line. Let's say this str new text is an empty string. Now, each time I find something that I want to keep, I'm going to add it. This is an important technique, and it's very commonly used. I'm going to say plus equals str letter. So I'm adding that letter to the end of that string. And then when I'm done, I'm going to print str new text. So instead of just printing it out, if it's a letter I want to keep, it's going to add it to the new text. And then when it's all done, it should print it out nice and neat for me. So now I cleaned out the text. And you could use that technique to find find specific things, to filter certain characters out, to pull numbers out of text. You can do all kinds of things with this. This basic technique, if you stack it with some of the other things that we've learned, you begin to be able to put these things together in creative ways that are good for solving puzzles. And that's really all programming is just using code to solve puzzles. So another way you can get at strings and take them apart is called string slicing. This should look somewhat familiar to you because we've used square brackets before when we address parts of a collection. And the way string slicing works is that it can take up to 3 numbers in here separated by colons. The first number is the start index. The second number is the end index. And I'll talk about the third number in just a minute. But if I say str text 3 through 10, it's going to give me characters index 3 through index 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, inclusive. So that will return this string. If I say str text 0, -1, anytime you see a negative number, that's counting back from the end of the string. So this is going to say, give me from the beginning of the string all the way to the second to the last letter of the string. So it counts backwards 1. Now, the third argument, or the third number that you can put in here, is a step count, meaning it will give me, in this case, I'm doing nothing, nothing, and 2. What that means is start at the beginning, go to the very end, and give me every second letter. So boom, boom, it's skipping. Okay? Why would I want to do that? I don't know, but I might. This little trick right here is super useful. And you're actually going to use this. You will need this trick. I'm just going to say it. It's going to be on the test, right? This is absolutely going to be used in assignment 8, 100%. And all it does is it says colon, colon, -1. And all that does is it takes the whole string and reverses it. Super useful. Okay, super, super useful. Here's another technique that you will want to use. And it requires you to learn another type of collection, and it's called a set. A set is just like a list with one major exception. A set will not allow duplicate values. So if I have a list like this or a text like this, and I want to get rid of the duplicate colors, if I just want one of each color, let me grab that real quick. So if I have this, and you can see it's got red twice, it's got blue twice in there. If I want to clean that up, the first thing I would want to do is split that. So I'm going to say li text equals str text split. I'm just going to split it on this basis. So now it gives me a list. I'll print it. Print li text. I'll print it each step of the way. Next, I want to convert it to a set. Set text equals set li text. That's how I convert a list to a set. Now if I print set text, then it'll print that as a set, which will automatically remove any duplicates. Next, I'm going to glue it back together. So I'm going to say print space is my glue character, and I'm going to say join, and I'm going to use set text. Ready? There it is. Okay, so here's the list with the duplicates. Here's the set with no duplicates. And notice a set uses curly braces, but does not have key value pairs. It looks like a dictionary, but without key value pairs. So it's an indexed list, but without duplicates that's in curly braces. So that's how you can recognize a set as opposed to a list. And here we go, purple, white, red, orange, green, blue. Duplicates are gone, right? It did change the order, right? When I changed it from this to this, it changed the order.
There's red in the second line and the third line.
But there's only one. There's only one red. Here, there's two red. There's two reds.
Yeah, but the bottom line right there, it says bottom white, red.
Yeah, but there's only one. There's no. It got rid of the duplicate. Yeah, so that's what we're working on, is getting rid of the duplicates. So when we convert to a set, you'll notice that the order changes. That's just part of the algorithm it uses to remove the duplicates, but you'll need to figure out, then you'd index it after this. So if you wanted to figure out this. Now, if I want to, I can come back here and sort that, okay? I don't know if it'll let me do that directly. Let's see, print set text, sort. I don't know if that's that may give me an error. It maybe want me to put it back as a list first. Let's run it anyway. Yeah, it does not. Okay, so I'd have to convert it back to a list. So if I wanted to do that, I would say li text. If I want to sort it, I would go li text equals list set text, and then I would say li text dot sort, and then I'm going to use li text here. So now I have a little bit better control there, right? I have, at least it's in alphabetical order because I sorted it, but I had to turn it back to a list. That's something I wasn't sure about, is whether I could sort a set, but apparently you cannot. So sets do not want to be sorted. But that's how you get just the unique words from a string. Now, so if I had like an essay by somebody, right? A long piece of text, and I wanted to find out how many different words do they use in this essay, I could use this technique to get rid of all the duplicates, and then I would just count how many words were left, and that would be how many unique words they used in that essay. So there's a lot of different ways you can do things. Again, it's kind of about stacking these very simple things together in order to achieve a more interesting result.